soon as you hit the record, I hit the record, you're on. I'll tell you when we're live. Boy, you got the comments?
Not yet.
What? All right, we're live, Mr. Marco. Over to
Ladies
you,
and
legend.
gentlemen, welcome to another week of the Alpha State of Mind. How are we, boys? Are we well?
Good,
Very
mate.
Good,
sir.
mate. Good.
Good to
Good,
see your
good,
smiling
good.
faces. And today, just very quickly, we just wrapped up a bit of content with Bori, had two wonderful sessions. And then Tony also did a fantastic session. I really love that one last week, Tony.
Yeah, thanks,
I love
mate.
your face. I love how you talk. Just everything about you is silky smooth. Yeah, I love it. And today, the one and only Chris Jansen is going to be presenting some fantastic things with Gamma AI. Is that correct, Chris?
I think so. Yes,
Yeah.
I've got. Well, I hope so. That's what I've got open in my web browser, so it must be.
So for people that don't know, Chris is a distinguished real estate agent for EXP, has been for many, many, many years. I think portfolio of sales exceeding something like $300 million worth of sales. So I think he knows. I think he knows a little bit.
Been around the block.
A family man, a fisherman, and to us four boys, an absolute brother. I'd like to introduce the one, the only, our brother, Chris Jansen. Here we go. What do you got for us today? What have you got for us
Thank
today?
you, brother. Oh, that gave me the good feel tingles. Thanks for the introductory.
By the way, the most humblest, most genuine human being I've met in my life.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Heartfelt. Thank you of gratitude to you. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate your time. It is the best time of the week, Friday, the Agents Weekly Blueprint, where we come together to collaborate and not compete, break down all the bullshit barrier walls that exist in our industry to help every industry agent find success. And I've got to, I tell you, the bar's been raised. You're right, Marco. We had session one. So this has been a three-part series. Bori session one on, lead generation, how to create lead forms, meta ads. We had Tony then step in, how to actually create video content to then help you create meta ads through lead generation. So this is the final series as part of this lead generation for now. We'll revisit it in time because things are always changing in the lead gen space. But today I'm going to share with you the power, how you can leverage AI essentially to help you build your content, right? Because I appreciate it. As a transactional agent, I've sat here in my own office and gone, oh, what am I going to put out today? I've got my weekly newsletter. I've got to do a social post, maybe a story, maybe a reel. We're in this like content abundance world, right? And sometimes you get stuck. What do I do? What do I put together? So last week, Tony was encouraging how to get in front of the camera confidently and how you can quickly edit really cool content yourself without having to spend thousands of dollars. Today, following on from that, I'm going to share with you how I'm leveraging AI. So when I get stuck and I'm busy, as we all are, what content can I put together? Well, I'm going to show you how we can get the bots and put them to work for us. Okay. So today I'm going to share with you an application that's called Gamma.app. Have a look at it. You can do a free version.
Well, yeah.
Bleep that out. The free version, look, it's limited as anything is for free. Free's only good for so long, right? But you can do a plus or a pro version. The plus is $8 a month or $96 annually. I've got the pro. It's $15 a month or $180 annually. What you're going to see is going to blow your mind for $180 annually. Like the investment will pay itself off of one publication, one lead gen campaign that you create off the back of what I'm about to show you today. So don't be a tardass. Invest $180. It's not a spin, it's an investment because this will take care of a lot of your content. If you need help with revamping documents, it'll rebuild out maybe your pre-listing kit, your marketing package, what that looks like in an A4, pre-listing kit, whatever it is. Any document you've got, you can load it into this system and it will revamp it and spit out a couple of options for you. It can help build landing pages and websites for cool content at the click of a button within minutes. There's just such a vast variety of what this can do.
Just Chris,
now, just a little,
just quickly,
yeah.
just jumping in. with this one here, the other day, I went through a listing presentation. They wanted me to take notes on exactly what we spoke about, getting the house ready for sale, the styling, the preparing the home. I whacked it all into Gamma AI and spat it out into a presentation, which I emailed back to them. They go,
Yeah.
wow, it's so customized. It's not generic like most real estate agent companies have sent us stuff. And it's just fully customized to our property. And they ended up listing with us.
Yeah, man, it's so cool. I actually did it the other day. I'm talking to a luxury agent that's looking at our model and EXP Realty Luxury. So I built them instead of doing like an executive summary Word document or PDF about the perks. I did a Gamma proposal on EXP Luxury to them, dropped in all this cool video content, what we're doing nationally, what's happening globally with luxury, and they were just blown away by it. So,
and how long did that take you to make, Chris? I mean,
look, I personalized it. So, I mean, you could sit there for hours, don't get me wrong. But once you set up templates like I'm going to show you today, like 30 minutes, and you can have a full digital website landing page publication ready to go. What I'm also going to share with you folks today, though, is then, okay, I'm going to show you the finished product, what it looks like. Then I'm going to show you how it looks like in a meta ad campaign, just dovetailing back to what Bori did at the beginning as to creating your lead form. So I'll show you the content, the lead generation campaign, right, itself, and then how I'm cross-pollinating it, whether it be my weekly newsletter that I do to my database and how I share that. Because again, it's the art of repetition. You don't need to reinvent something different every time you do something socially, in an e-newsletter or EDM or digitally. You can replicate the whole lot. So you'll see today what my messaging was last week, this week is the same across all my social, all my EDMs, everything is the same. And Gamma App built it all for me. So I'm going to do a bit of share screen and then I'm going to talk through it. I'll show you a bit of a live demo with Gamma App as well. I'm not going to critique and get too particular because we'll be here for quite some time trying to personalize and tailor it. But for those that are watching that are in the industry, head on over to growcon.net. We've got, chuck it in the comments on YouTube if you can there, Bori, maybe. This is an event and seminar that we're holding across 5 capital cities throughout Australia throughout March and April. No, chuck it in the YouTube comments, lads, if you can. Because
oh, that's a boring thing.
Because jump on, because what I'm about to share with you here is just a little teaser. Come March, April, when we travel the country, I'm going to juice this up and put this session on steroids at that live one-day event. Come along. It's going to be all about helping you with growth in your business and your life. We're going to be there absolutely as well. And it's an event for all industry agents to see new era cloud-based ways. We're going to talk about innovative, evolutionary tech and cloud-based options that are available to you. We're going to be sharing more of this stuff, but most importantly, let's just catch up and connect and hang out for a cool day together. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And also, if anyone wants to come, maybe they can. I've got a spare ticket that they can jump on board with me as well.
Wicked. Good morning, Cody. He's here. Cody, pretty fresh into the industry, but you know what I love about him? He's a hustler. He'll outwork most, right? But he rocks up. He trains all the time. He reaches out. He's an open book. He speaks to us, and you know, he implements. So, and he's already doing well. So well done, brother. We're watching from afar. You're doing great in short time in the industry, creating success already. That's what this stuff is all about. All right, let me bring up my screen. Okay, Bori, tell me, can you see the Gamma app in front of you there?
We can.
So you can see my little dashboard?
We can.
Cool. Before we jump into that, I'm going to show you firstly the end product of what we're going to try and build a little bit on today, right? So this is what I built at the beginning of 2025, because every homeowner, sellers, buyers question, you know, when the new year begins, as agents, we get this, don't we, boys? Hey, how do you think the market's bouncing back into the new year? Right? So how's the market going? Yeah, after Christmas and Santa's been and all that cool stuff. Well, so I got Gamma to build this for me, the Adelaide housing market forecast for 2025, okay? So you can see it looks like a really cool professional landing page, key influences on the Adelaide property market, supply and demand dynamics. The great thing about AI, one, it talks about now. It's very analytical. You can coach it to talk about economic factors, migrational factors, government factors. You can see it knows a lot of data, okay? Because you can imagine AI online pulls all the data from everything online. Well, we're in an online world, a database world. It pulls all that together for you. The potential interest rate impacts on housing. Well, we only know too recently what's happened there with rate reductions already. So we're talking about that here. But you can see it's making you look like the expert, but I haven't had to sit there for hours on end to write this out manually or get a web developer and say, can you create me this site? And it's probably going to cost you $1,000 or $2,000. Talks about Adelaide housing market outlook, bit of a forecast. Stay informed with our monthly Pulse publication. What I love about Gamma is you can interlink it with URLs, links very easily. So this is a digital magazine publication I put out once a month to my database. Okay, so you can link that in to your Gamma app publication, which I'll show you in a moment very well. You'll see other publications that I've got here as well, which I'll show you in a moment. So you can link in other sites, other publications, or if you want to connect with me at the top of the landing page, for those that have been on our previous sessions, our Blink digital business card, it links us all digitally, the consumer back to me digitally. They can call me, they can click here, and it will take them to my website as well. So it can redirect to other channels from the Gamma AI app that landing page that it generates for you. There's another one here I've created. Welcome to the Adelaide Home Sellers and Buyers Guide with Chris Jansen, eXp Realty, right? So you get a free seller's guide, a free buyer's guide. Now, what I do, folks, is I have this as a pull-up banner on display at my open inspections with a QR code. So if anyone walks in and it has that catchy phrase of Adelaide Free Home Sellers and Buyers Guide, scan here. Someone walks into my open, they can scan that. Bang, takes them here, right? So I'm a seller. Well, I want the seller's buyer's guide, right? Click the button. Guess what? It takes them to my website where I've got selling tips, okay? So again, it's taking the consumer to me, not to a third party, a third platform. It's all linking it back to me. If I want a buyer's guide, bang, it links it back to my website on tips. Again, you might not have a website, and if you don't, that's cool. I'm going to show you today how you can build your own with Gamma app, right? But then it talks about, you know, what hints and tips around being a buyer and seller in the Adelaide housing market. You can see here you can embed video content as well. So if you've got a YouTube channel, we're going to be talking endlessly about the Evergreen, the power of Evergreen on YouTube. That's now here. Little notation. I know we've mentioned it previously. Live Facebook videos. We used to do it religiously. Just be mindful, and that's why we've moved everything to our YouTube channel now. Anything you stream live to your Facebook page, particularly if you're an agent running a business page, it's only going to stay there for 30 days. So if you don't download it and repurpose it into your YouTube channel or somewhere different like a Google Drive, a Dropbox, after 30 days, that video is gone, okay? So just be conscious of that. That's why we've made, I guess, an informative decision to stream everything to YouTube now, because it's there for life, and that's what you want, right? Repurposing of content, being there for life is really important for retargeting and algorithm purposes. We've got the future of home selling. So this is an article I did last week, and just talking about understanding the changing landscape of property marketing, digital first experience, virtual home tours, professional digital and social marketing. The real question is where your home is not being seen when selling. Well, that's an important one. But you can see it looks like this beautiful digital glossy publication, and I'm going to show you how you can repurpose it. Choosing a real estate agent who embraces digital strategies. Well, for those of you that are jumping on these sessions every Friday, congratulations to you, because you're absolutely embracing this stuff. Optimizing your home for the next generation buyer. I just did a post on my Facebook page about that today. The millennial, the Gen Ys, the alpha generation that's coming through. They're spending more time on stuff like this. AI, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google of the likes. Who knows? There might be a time like the paper that the next generation of consumer coming through doesn't even know what realestate.com is, right?
Hey, Chris, just quickly with that as well. Oh yeah, I was talking to another client of mine, and we're talking about the ChatGTP, and they same thing. I was just talking to them about how I'm doing my shopping list now with ChatGTP, and like, yeah, we do the same thing. It's great. Just go to Woolworths. What's the best price? I want under 150 bucks. Give me a list for food. Bang. Like, we are already starting to talk that with our clients.
That's gold. So you can see here, I've linked in some videos. I don't know why it hasn't loaded the preview, so it might be the internet connection, because we are streaming a lot of bandwidth live right now. But you can embed videos, whether it be your YouTube. You can see here it's pulling through a live video from my Facebook. Again, this will be future sessions. We'll share with you guys about the importance of video content on every opportunity. Every listing that we do a full video content tour of the home for good reason, repurposing, retargeting, and across all platforms, not just one platform. And then you can see I've put in a little bit of a video here, 5 reasons why eXp Realty, our model. Okay. Again, you can link in. So, down the bottom, all your contact information, call to action, links into my website as well. So I'm just showing you guys the finished product. This is the latest one that I did. So I'm going to show you the lead generation campaign that I did off the back of this. So I did a lead form. And as you know, with a lead form, you can drop in a PDF document, you can link it to a Google Drive, or you could link it to a site. So the lead form meta ad campaign that I'm running at the moment with the Unlock Your Home's free equity guide, if someone clicks on that ad, they see it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, they put in their details, I get that lead information. At the end of that, when they click continue button to receive their free Unlock Equity guide, this is where it will link them to. This is the end product. So you can see here, it's got all the content around upsizing, downsizing, because boys, how many of those people we're meeting right now, sitting on heaps of equity, I want to downsize, I want to upsize, I want to relocate, I want to change location, but I need to sell in order to buy.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot.
It's almost everyone, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, rather than do a pin drop and go, hey, Marco, your value's gone up 17.9% in the last 12 months. Click here for a free price report. I think that's important from an awareness point of view, and it's great repetition, but everyone's doing that. So now I'm like, okay, all these people I'm meeting in the now market are sitting in equity and they all have the same problem. I want to move, but I need to sell in order to buy. So I did a content page dedicated to that I'm now targeting through lead ads, those consumers, right?
Lots of information, lots of good data for these people to help them with. I mean, we deal with it every day of the week, and we know exactly what's going on. But especially with the home seller that's looking to sell and buy, and explaining to them the whole process, especially with someone that hasn't sold for say 20 years, it's a very daunting exercise. And them going, well, I just want to buy something and then sell something. Well, it's not that simple. Let's just break it down. I think it's absolutely genius. Absolutely,
man. And that's the beauty about this, is that you can create content that's relevant to the now market. You're not looking at, the past and the history. You can base it on, I'm meeting these people now more so than not. So let me build some content using AI around that, right? Jody, great to see you again. Happy Friday, mate. I hope you're well. Canva QR codes. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't used it myself. I don't know if they expire. I'll be interested on your commentary if they do or they don't. I've just dropped in a link with the QR code generator that I use myself for QR codes, just purely because it doesn't expire with that particular website. I'm sure Canva probably doesn't anyway, but
I use Canva QR codes as well. I don't think they expire.
Just as a side note, if you're running a Mac, what you can do is you can right click on the screen, and you can create QR code from that. You download it, then you can stick it into whatever app you use to take the background away. But if you're using a Mac, you can actually, it's a permanent QR code that it creates for you.
There's always one in the crowd, isn't there, boys?
Yeah.
What is this foreign language you speak of? All right. So I've showed you guys and girls the finished product of what AI will build you, right? Can build you. And I'm going to show you how to do it today. Now you can grab this link, right? So you can use that URL because it is protected at all times. It doesn't change whether you change the publication, update it, vary it, whatever. That link will remain dedicated to this content page you've created through Gamma app always. So you can use that for SMS campaigns, absolutely, in your database. You can use it for linking it on your socials. You can use it in EDM marketing campaigns, which I'm going to show you right now. So I use ActivePipe, whatever system or platform you use. I'm not here to sell or promote a product, but last week I ran this content here, free guide to unlock your home equity. So for me, guys, every Sunday, 6:45 p.m, non-negotiable. You can see I've got today's campaign already set up, ready to go, and it's talking about the future of property marketing, why video is no longer optional in 2025. Funnily enough, if you jump on my Facebook business page, guess what the story and flavor of today is? Exactly that, repurposing. But I'll talk about last week, okay? So 6:45 every Sunday night, call it the Sunday night property news. My clients get an email from me that changes week on week. You can see the subject items here from each Sunday night property news. But I'm just going to talk about last week's, right? So if I bring that campaign,
just quickly, Chris, this is going through your CRM.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I go preview, so this is what it looked like from the consumer's perspective, that they would have got 6:45 p.m. last night. So this here is the social tile that I created that formed part of my meta ad campaign, which I'm going to show you in a moment as well. So again, I'm replicating. If you see me on Facebook and Instagram with an ad, guess what? My email campaign looks the same. Okay. So it's just trying to create consistency. But the thing is, if they click on this, unlock your property equity for future potential, guess where it takes them, boys? Boom.
Hey,
The
wow.
AI created page, that Gamma app, thanks, beautifully built for me, right?
So good.
Okay. And there's other things you can link in here, like I run other campaigns. They can click down here to get the same guide. You know, RBA cuts rates for the first time since November 2020. Click on that. You can get a free price update, obviously, and report, all that good stuff. This is what we spoke about on previous sessions, and Bori has shared this content in the Alpha group about the free ebook. All that's in there. Jump on the Alpha group page. It's all shared in there, these templates. But I just want to show you how I'm repurposing this same content, social, digital, AI, but now also via EDM campaigns to my clients, right? So it's the same flavor, same messaging, week after week. All right. How are we going for questions, comments, boys? I haven't had a check of
We're
the
all
thread.
good. All
I really
good.
like
Lovely.
the color there, Chris. Lots of color.
I'm flamboyant at the best of times, mate, and I love to stand out in the crowd.
I love that.
So if we go into my campaigns, my meta ads, and if I go into the unlock your property equity, I'm going to show you what that looks like from a meta perspective now.
Now, this is the gold, what you're showing right now, because now you're linking the Gamma to the business manager of Facebook, which is also Insta. This is the gold stuff.
Absolutely. So that's what my ad looks like, folks. So what you're seeing on an EDM, right? This is now running across socials. Free guide to unlock your home's equity. Learn more. Obviously, it takes them to my lead form. But at the end of my lead form, when they click download, it takes them to this. Okay.
That's right. And with this here, this one you've got there, you get the contact details from Facebook, but do you also have the option of getting their details through the Gamma app?
No, I don't, because I've already got their information at the time of them entering in through Meta. They have to put in their information to get the link to this.
Gotcha.
Right. So there's a number of different ways. Obviously, as Boris showed, you can do like a PDF download as part of your Meta form. You can do a Google Drive, a Dropbox Drive, or you can link this Learn More button to the Gamma app page itself. Okay. All right. Let me just get rid of that. So let's jump into Gamma app now.
Oh, you've been busy.
Yeah, there's a lot of pages there, mate.
Yes. Well, so when you sign up to Gamma app, whether you use the free, the pro, the paid, the $180 per annum, you get a dashboard that looks like this. Now, most of us are familiar with Canva, but I get it. Some agents are out there and they're like, I'm terrible at creative. I don't know how to use Canva. You know, I don't know how to do a social or digital tile. Well, if you don't, firstly, get on board the Alpha group page. We're going to give you all that stuff anyway. A lot of the stuff we repurpose and give out for free. But secondly, explore AI, because what you want, you just tell it what you want and it'll do it for you, right? So when you create an account, you get a dashboard like this. We're going to create new. Now, what you can do is you can go into generate. Now here you can see you can create a presentation. So if you've got maybe a networking session coming up and you think, oh my God, I've got to put together a slide deck. What do? AI can build you a slide deck. We've got a web page. I'm going to show you that component today. And then you can do documents. So you can literally upload PDF Word documents and it will repurpose and make it look incredible and new era to now, okay? There is social, they're in beta testing with that at the moment. I haven't explored that a little bit, but yeah, today we're just going to cover off web page.
And just quickly, Chris, with the web page, could you theoretically then put together your listing, let's say you got online, and then anytime someone inquires via a text message or email, stuff like that, you've got a dedicated web page you put together for that property with Form 1s, offer forms, maybe a video on the property and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, man, you can do that. Yep, you can embed anything, documents, video, forms. This integrates with Jotform. So if you're using Jotform for offers, for price updates, whatever, it integrates with everything. And I'll show you how
Could you
that
imagine that, like taking it to an owner and say, or a prospective vendor, go, hey, this is what we're wanting to do with your property. Does that look a lot better than just realestate.com or anything like that?
Well, mate, I've piloted something, and stay tuned because I'm about to potentially roll it out as an exclusive offering to our EXP Realty agents and members. It's an AI solution I've plugged into my own business over the last 6 months. And essentially, when you get a listing, you just chuck all the photos into the CRM and it'll do all the ad creative for you. So it creates all your text.
And then she responds back to the buyers.
Correct. It creates a landing page for that property. So if you can share that link, and then if the consumer can't get a hold of you, they can chat to the AI assistant on your behalf. You get a full summary of that as well. It's really cool because if they say, I'd like an offer form, boom, there's the link from offer form. I'd like a copy of the certificate of title, bang, it'll pull it from the CRM and share whatever's in the CRM. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. It
also pulls their personal details, doesn't it? And then goes potentially, if you don't have their address, you go, potentially this person lives here, and so on and so forth.
Well, you boys have seen it because we've been working listings together. So you've seen what that AI has been doing for my listings. But yeah, essentially what Marco's saying is when we get an inquiry from realestateordomain.com, right, obviously it automatically goes into our database. Most agents pick up the phone, I hope, and call that inquiry straight away. But what happens is the AI product I've been trialing will actually mine that person. And what be a summary of any conversation they've had with that inquiry if they've intercepted it before you've spoken to them. But secondly, it'll mine their contact information and rinse it against things like ID for me, right? So what it will do, say Marco's inquired on a property, I've got it. Let me just stop share screen so you can see my face. Yeah, so Marco's inquired on a property at 1 Smith Street, Paralowie. Okay, I've been in an appointment. So this AI stepped in and nurtured Marco with his questions and giving him the information he wants. I then get a summary of that, okay, so I can see what the bots chatted to Marco about. But then what happens is it notifies me because it washes data basically against Marco, and it'll say, hey, Chris, we spoke to Marco. Here's the summary of the inquiry and conversation, but also we believe Marco might own 8 Smith Street in Paralowie, right? So it actually prompts you that this person might own another home. So, and it's really cool because we've seen people from local, but also interstate, and it tells us that they live in New South Wales or Victoria. So, they're an interstate investor. So it's a warm conversation.
It's a good picture. It's like, hey, it's an investor. They live at 8 Smith Street, potentially looking for an investment. So therefore you've got a rental lead there or a property management lead. Not only that, do you have other properties that you might need property managed for? All that kind of stuff as well. It's pretty groovy.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And look, I know we don't want AI to place us. Absolutely not. I know it's a contentious subject, but for efficiencies, like if I'm not answerable to a consumer and the AI can step in and give them what they want in the interim, because we're all busy, right? We are in a busy world. Great. But you still got to make the contact. But the contact changes now from, hey, Tony, I just got your inquiry for realestate.com. What's the situation? To, hey, Marco, Chris Jansen, EXP Realty. Look, I see you spoke to AI, my assistant. They've given you everything you want. What other questions do you have? Yeah. None. I got what I need. Cool. Hey, look, it's just notified me you may own a property local to the area. Are you a local resident in Paralowie? Yeah, I am. I actually own number 8. Oh, cool. So you're looking at upsize, downsize, or just invest? See what I mean? So it's prompting you what to say.
But we also got to understand the real estate market or industry, we're already behind considering all other industries. With clients nowadays, they want answers straight away. Like if they're at 2 a.m. and they get an answer straight away, they're more likely to buy the product or investigate further on what they're investigating, or they go somewhere else and they have a look at it. So information in the real estate marketplace right now, we're very much behind considering other industries.
100%. So. All right, so stay tuned, EXP Realty agents. There's something in the works right now that I've tried and tested the last 6 months, and we're ready for a national introductory to this product. And the best part about it, it won't add cost to the agent. You can put it in and bolt it in as part of vendor paid advertising, and it's very, very modest.
I have one question to ask you before you get into this, because it'll come up later anyway, is that do you need specific domains when you're using Gamma, or does Gamma host the pages that you're talking about?
Gamma hosts it, man. So you don't need to go to GoDaddy and spend all that money and buying all these URL and domains, because that'll get real expensive real quick. You don't need to worry about hosting.
By getting it.
You don't, yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Hosting's expensive. Hosting's getting expensive. Yeah.
Jody asked, would you recommend the Plus or Pro with Gamma?
Pro all the way. 180 bucks for the year. You're going to deduct 25% of that in your tax anyway, so it's not 180. It's a no-brainer for web development, design, and what you're about to see. Let's jump in there, boys, because we're right on 30 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Share that one, Chris. Mate.
That's a Netflix subscription. That's cheap. That's worth it.
Cool. So in here, we're going to select web page. Now you can choose how many sections to your website you want. I'm just going to keep it simple, right? You can select English as well. Or if you're from any one of those countries, I'm not even going to try and pronounce those, but you can add cards, you can take out cards, depending on how long, detailed you want your content to be. So let's give it a prompt.
And just quickly, what's a card?
Hey?
What's a card?
It's sections of the website. So this is one section.
Yeah.
That's
Each
the second card.
section.
That's the third card. That's the fourth card. So really think of the section of what the topic is you want discussed in that section of the site. Okay?
Great. Super easy.
I'm a real estate agent servicing Adelaide.
So you don't even have to program your JVC VCR. All you're really doing is saying to the AI, here's what I want, and it does it. And so as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to new tech, it's so easy. It's easier than the olden days.
What's in my brain? Build it for me. That's the AI. Yeah.
Basically, I actually find myself saying, please, can you please write this?
Yeah.
I'm like talking to a robot.
I have more engaging conversations with the AI than I do sometimes humans. I just tell it
what kind of
does.
personality you are, mate. You're a nice guy. You're the one that takes the trolley back to the actual trolley collector place.
I'll just leave it on a random street. Someone will pick it up.
So I'm just saying here, I'm a real estate agent servicing local Northern Adelaide. I want to create something that appeals to local homeowners about the future of interest rates in 2025 and what it means for homeowners, sellers, potential sellers, and buyers, right? I'm just making this up, folks, as we go. This is unscripted live. Focus on economic factors, supply and demand, migration. That's a big one. What else should we chuck in there, folks?
Stages of selling, like,
Stages of selling. Selling tips.
Buying tips.
Buying tips.
What to look for.
And how to use equity as leverage into my next move. Right? Anything else? Just keep it at that. Yeah, let's
maybe areas. Sorry.
What about questions to ask the real estate agent when you're selling houses? That's the classic one.
Oh, questions to ask.
Are they a digital agent or not?
Real estate. Focus. Northeastern Adelaide, which is where we're based, right? So you can focus on who you are, what you do, who you're trying to target, your audience, some talking points that you want in the sections or the cards of the site, and then your geographical location of focus. Generate outline. AI, the bots are working away. Ching, 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 ching. So this is the cards.
Spelling, Jody. The AI will correct it. They know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
It knows.
I know. Thank you, Jody. I'm glad you're holding me accountable because my grammar is terrible. Wasn't good at school. It's why I'm here in real estate. But anyway, street hustler, not book wise. But yeah, good point. Jody, yeah, AI is going to correct all this anyway. The only thing you got to be careful of is it is in US. It doesn't have British English in there, I don't believe. Oh, hang on, let's have a look.
English US.
Oh, there we go.
Yo, Biote.
Oh, he learned
There you
something.
go. So that will get rid of the Z's and turn them into the S's. Okay. So these are the 8 cards that you're talking about, Bori, in your question. So Adelaide Real Estate 2025, your comprehensive market outlook guide, Northern Adelaide housing, market, economic trends and forecasts. Section 3 of the site, supply and demand dynamics, northeast of Adelaide suburbs, migration patterns and their impact on local property values, strategic selling, timing, preparation, maximizing your property's potential, smart buying strategies in the current Adelaide market, leveraging home equity, investment and next property move tactics, essential questions to ask the real estate agent. So that's kind of the call to action. Now down here, you can select your design. Okay. What I would suggest doing is I always stick to the same design pretty much as I possibly can. So for me, the nebulae is quite cool. I don't change this. I always stick to that theme. You can then start going down here as to, okay, would you like your content to be brief, medium, or detailed, right? I'm going to say detailed. You can choose your image sources. So you can use stock photos, web images, AI images. I always leave it to AI images because I'm going to show you how you can change that. You can select your AI platform that you want to use as well. So whether it's Leonardo Phoenix as we're using.
Oh, Leonardo's beautiful.
Yeah, it is cool. So
Yeah.
these are all integrated into Gamma app already. Flux Pro, they're all in there. Luma Photon, Dale 3, it's all in there, right? So I don't tweak this too much. All right, let's put the robots back to work again because they're on Smoko. Come on, guys, let's go.
I love this part. It's awesome.
Let's go, my little AIs, my little assistants. Here we go.
Oh
Boom.
my God, that is insane.
Look at that.
I just want to say how amazing this is because it took me over 2 weeks to build my own landing page, and here we're doing it in 5 minutes. So guys, if you've got no experience of building landing page or websites, just get this. I think I'm going to migrate over to this as well quickly and build a few things out.
But in saying that, bro, like I think you got to make the investment if you're building out a website for yourself. Like I'm literally just about to launch my own revamped personal website, propertyaspirations.com.au, right? That's great. That's a one-off investment. Once you got it for life. This is more for that consistent stuff that you need on a weekly basis. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got the sections of the site. So in here, I can say, I actually want to upload, say, a logo, right? So you can go in here and say, I want to put in a logo of my company. So if I go.
Now, Jody's just asked, does it put those colors in automatically with the choices you've picked?
Yep, you can change those, and I'll show you on the web pages. Absolutely, because Jody, you would have seen I've got the nice pink here. Is that your question in this section of my website? Can you change that? Absolutely, I'll show you in a moment. And I did pink for a reason because we all know strategically who makes the real estate decisions in the household, right?
Yeah.
But you can see I've uploaded the logo. Boom, it's there. Okay. So again, you can replicate templates. I'm just building this out from before. So these templates I've done previously, you can just copy them and you reuse them again and just get the Gamma app to repurpose content in it. So you've got the same look and feel. But let's say if I'm building out from the beginning, I might put in here my contact information. So if I go to my Blink business card, my digital business card, I can link that in here. So it's copy and paste. There's the link. And the text will be, I can chuck in my email if I want. Okay. I've got buttons here. So this is where we can link it to other areas of your site. So you'll see here on mine, I've got to learn more. So that takes them to my website. So again, if you wanted to learn more button to link back to your website, just enter the text in the button. You've linked. Okay.
It's really a follow the bouncing ball kind of application.
It is, man.
Very
it's
intuitive.
It's click, copy, and paste. Now let's say if I want to add a button.
Wow.
Just simply add plus, connect.
You know, what I really like about this website is that, you know, when you're actually building websites from scratch, you have to try and find the right colors, the right templates, the right image size and stuff like that, this seems to
Yeah.
do it all for you. That's what takes the most amount of time because you might have the wrong image, but this just automatically does it for you. So I see so much benefits to this app for our industry.
100%,
Huge
100%.
game changer.
So in here, guys, like let's say I'm highlighting this section here, the top, right? Adelaide Real Estate 2025, your comprehensive market outlook guide, right? So you can change the text to suit. I'm not going to worry about too much text and detail in here, guys, at the moment. You can see I always just have a catchy heading. I do like to put a few buttons in at the top here. So this links into other Gamma content apps, publications that I've created with the housing forecast and how to maximize your home value. So I'll just show you a little bit on that, what you can do. So what you can do is you can have fully bled card or not. So fully bled, you can see it's changed it now. So you can see I've got a background image, and then fully bled wouldn't allow that because it extends that image all the way. So I'm going to say, cool. Now the accent image you can change and say, I want to put my agent photo there. So I'm going back in to image uploader, and I'm going to my agent photos. And I'm just going to drop that guy in there.
While you're doing that, we've got a few questions here. So Jody's asked, can you put those pages you've created directly permanently into your current website? And I reckon I can answer that one. So basically, if you have a website already designed, you can create another page and have that as the linking page to this page, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So you just grab the URL of this page and embed it into your current website as another page.
Yep.
Now,
Great question.
There you go.
Great question, Jody. I'll just show you my website now. You can see on screen. Look at that. Seller and Buyer's Guide, 2025 Adelaide Forecast, Future of Home Selling. It's all on my site, yes.
So
So
basically,
if they click that, it links them through.
basically, each of those tabs are its own page, dedicated page. And when you create those tabs, which your web developer should know, or if you need help with that, we can help you with that as well. You can just grab that link and put it into that page's link.
Yep.
So
is there another question?
Yeah,
there was from me. It's and it's probably dumb and maybe I haven't understood it, but is that link that you've got on your website linking to a Gamma page, or is it linking embedded into your page and it comes up as the title of your website / sellers and buyers guide?
At the moment, it just goes to the Gamma app, but I am
Still
working
funnels.
on, it still funnels there, mate. Yeah. Because again, it's just the hosting perspective too, though. That's the thing.
We've got another question from Arusha, which is, are you still using ChatGPT or does Gamma do everything?
Yeah, well, as you've seen, Arusha, great question and great to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so you could put into ChatGPT and say, I want a Gamma prompt to talk about me as a local real estate agent in the northern suburbs of Adelaide, and this is what I want to focus on. This is my, you know what I mean? The thing is, I find with ChatGPT, it'll give you too much of a breakdown and the text will be too long because you can only fit a certain amount of characters in the Gamma app. So for me, Arisha, I just type it straight into Gamma app because it's going to give you just as much as ChatGPT, but it will fit it to the sizing requirements within Gamma app, whereas ChatGPT will make it really lengthy. All right, so I've dropped my agent photo in there. Now you can see it's cut my head off, right? So that's not good. So if we go up here and you can click on change focus point. So you can see here, that's why it's focusing on my collar. So let's just get it up to this big cone head of this bloke's. So there you go. So it's fitting in there nicely, right? Now, if I want to add stuff, you can choose to change your card color. So if you want to go a different color, that might be to your question that Jody was asking before. You can change that color as well to suit. Absolutely. You can go into content alignment, so where you would like it to sit, if you want it to be medium size, large size, if you want it down, in the middle, or up the top, whatever suits. Then you can add a backdrop as well. So what I can do, let's talk to AI in this situation, and I'd say, show me a nice suburban home that is green and leafy, right? You can obviously put in here styles. You can choose certain styles. You can get AI, the AI to enhance your prompt. You can select your ratio, but I just generally just type what the prompt is, right? AI is very clever. You don't need to go too detailed here.
With AI, really, all you need to do is let it do its thing and then just look over it.
Yeah,
Just make sure it's got, all the right words or in your style. So
there you go. Well, that definitely doesn't look like my suburb, right? But anyway, that's maybe your suburb, Arisha. That looks more eastern suburbs. So again, when I do with when I go with images, like try and make it, to your marketplace, your area, right? But let's just say, in the interest of time, you can see there, it's dropped that nice, beautiful property in the background, very similar to what I did on this one here. Yeah.
We've
How are we
got
going
a question. I think it disappeared now. Where'd it go? Oh, here we are. Karen. Welcome to the chat, Karen, and welcome to our live sessions.
hi, Karen.
Do you have to create a separate tab in your website, or could you have a tab called Learn More or Articles that all of these types of articles could appear?
Yes, you could. You could do that. Yep, you could have a learn more and link it all through there to your website. So look, I haven't done that. As I said, my site is being revamped as we sit, but I've just put it as up the top of my site as a selling and buyer's guide 2025 Adelaide forecast future of home selling. But you could just have a learn more drop down, and in there they're separated. Absolutely, you could do that. Yep, that's a good point.
I'm going to do that. That's good.
15 minutes.
Yep. So let's say now what I want to do is let's just get into some of the content. Now, obviously, I can add buttons here, folks. So like on my previous page, you work that out. It's very easy, but you can add call to action buttons that it takes you to previous publications of what you've done in Gamma app. Okay. But I'm just going to go down here and this is section 2 of the website now. And now we're getting into the content, Northern Adelaide housing market, economic trends and forecasts. Now you look at that and you think, oh, it's a bit bland. So what you can do is you can go up here to edit with AI and you can say, make longer or make more visual or both. So I'm going to start with making it more visual because I like color, as we said at the beginning of this session, being flamboyant agent out of the box there. For AI, the bots are back off Smoko. They're doing their work, looking for images.
They're a bit slow, aren't they?
Oof. Oh, that's probably my connection, mate.
Streaming and doing this all at the same time.
Yeah, it's live streaming from me. Probably should have got you guys to live stream. Cool. So it's got some images. Okay. Again, if you really want to, you can go in here. You can remove backgrounds. You can change focus point. You can edit the layout if you want. So if you want to make it bigger, so it looks like that. Smaller.
Right.
You can increase your image sizes.
I love how the image is on color scheme. That's really cool.
You can change the image with text or images with bullets, text boxes, icons with text, timeline, arrows, stats, whatever it might be. So let's just go like this, right? Stats. Oh, boring. Okay.
Ugh.
We don't want that.
So anyone that builds websites knows how difficult it is to make these small changes where you can do it like with a click of a button on this.
Oh, man. Yeah. You only know. You can change what you want the images to look like. So if you want circles,
there you go.
You want landscape, you want portrait. So on that point there, Bori, yep, square. Yeah. Again, you can center align all your text. But if you want to change your image as well, you can absolutely go in there and change it. Where is it? Edit image. And you can say here, make this image about finance, because we're talking about interest rates in that under that image. Finance, interest rates, and banks. All right. So you can go get rid of that. I don't want it to be playful. Generate.
Anyone who's ever built their own website will understand actually how difficult it is to do all these changes.
Oh, man.
And if you're using WordPress, WordPress is brilliant, but it's difficult.
I reckon Tony's on the call. Just ask him about WordPress. He loves it. Okay, so you can see there, it's put in a US bank. You might not use that image, but you can see it's very easy. Now, let's say we get the images right. And I'm like, oh, the context is a little bit boring. So I'm going to go back up to the AI prompt and I'm going to say, let's make it longer. Now, side notation, before you publish anything, read over it, right? AI is going to create the efficiencies to do 95% of the legwork here for you. The 5%, humans, we need to proof check it. So what I do, once it's all generated, I proofread it all myself. One, you know what the content is that you're putting out there. So if someone asks you, hey, Chris, I got that publication of yours about equity. That was great. I've got a question about this section. Boom, you've read it. You're familiar with it, right? Please read over things. So it's made it a little bit longer now. But I can say, well, that's fine, but be more specific. So let's say it's been a little bit generic. It'll
You're
start to be a bit
into
more
the AI
detailed.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like talk to the AI guys, like tweak it. And what I'm finding, the more publications you do, the more and more the AI understands your flow of this stuff as well. They're studying us as much as we're working them, I'd say. So you can see here now it's actually dropped in some data analytics, right?
Yeah, wow. That's crazy.
Now let's say I'm saying, well, it's focusing on Adelaide here. That's great, GDP, all of that stuff. I can actually talk to the AI and say, make the text in this part about Salisbury Council, Golden Grove Council, Tea Tree Gully Council, Playford Council, and Gawler Council regions. So I want to focus on the core areas of my council regions that I serve, right? So I'm going to say, that's great. You've extended the text. You've been more detailed and specific, but it's still generically Adelaide. Well, I don't want to talk to people that are down at Morpeth Vale, south of Adelaide, right? I want to focus on consumers, mums and dads in these locations. So I'm telling the AI now, let's refine this and let's talk about the specific council regions of Tea Tree Gully Council, Salisbury Council, Playford Council, and Gawler Council, which is where I serve. Let's focus on the data on those areas. So now the bots are going, okay, we've got to mine more data and be more specific. So you'll see here in a moment. There you go. It's broken it down into council region areas.
That's great. That's so good. I was just
Sorry,
thinking
guys, I'm just
about
on dial-up today. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, it's even changed the images now. But again, you know how to edit those. I showed them before, but you can just go in and change those really quickly. Okay.
Chris, I was just saying, like, imagine if you want to do like a market report for just say your core area, so Parallel, and you put that QR code onto a letterbox drop and just drop the whole area. Then you're driving traffic, like organic traffic, straight to your website, and hopefully they'll start to know you from there. It's very powerful.
Yep. And you can enhance. So we did 8 pages, but if you want to drop extra in, you can add extra card templates. So you can drop in, literally drag and drop another card. So now this is 9 cards long, right? So it's updated over the left-hand side here. We had 8 before, we've now got 9. You can drop in a picture. You can have in your heading. You can have different layouts, images, right? You can add in text boxes, so titles and headings or tables or bullet points. You can add in just an image. So whether that's an import image, a web search image, an AI image. I'm just drag and dropping willy-nilly here, but you can see I can add in images. Tony, to your point before.
Can you build questionnaires on there?
I'm getting to that, brother.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. Video, right? So you can upload directly from your portable hard drive. You can link in video URL, so Vimeo video links, YouTube video links, Loom recordings. It's all here. You can even link in TikTok, Spotify. So I'm going to say, let's link in a YouTube video and let me grab one. So I'm on the Alpha State of Mind. No better channel to get a video from, I say. We'll grab Boris from the other week, which... what are we at, man? 5,500 views on your lead gen video, right? So I'm just copying and pasting that link. So you can see I'm putting the link there. And I'm going to say go.
Oh, thumb there, by the way. It's a really good looking thumb.
Yeah, look at that.
Recording in progress.
Oh my God, we're seeing ourselves.
So
you can drop in videos. Embedded apps and web pages. So boys, here we go. So you can embed Gamma app. You can embed a PDF file and drop that in there. You can link a Google Drive. You can link socials. Absolutely. Airtable. So for those that are using Airtable or what are you using, Marco? Is it Monday.com? No, what's your session on next week? Trello.
Really.
So similar there, mate. You can embed that. You can look at charts, diagrams, so you can get really analytical here. Absolutely. Or we could embed forms. So if you've got a calendar and you say to the client, so you'll see this here at the bottom of my page, the call to action is next step, schedule your personalized property equity assessment today, right? With this guy, good looking rooster. And then book with Chris directly, right? So if a client says, yep, cool, there's no times because Chris booked out for the rest of February, but I want to lock in with Chris to understand my equity situation right now, they can book directly in with me to my Google Calendar. Well, guess what? That's what I'm linking here. So if I go to Calendly, we can do a future session on this as well, folks, I reckon. I don't think we've done one on Calendly, have we, boys?
No.
No.
Have we done one on Blink?
Yeah, we did.
No.
No, not with the alpha state of mind.
Yeah, cool. So we'll do that in future sessions. We'll help you set up your digital business card. And I think that's it. Oh, I don't want that to log me out. All right, let me just grab, where's the link? We can do a digital business card and then how to set up your Google Calendar so people can book directly in with you.
We'll need to do that all at the same time because Blink, you probably want to do the Calendly first and then the Blink because then that all kind of sets itself up.
This is my agent one, but anyway, I'm just going to use this one as an example. So if we go back to Gamma, I've grabbed my link for my Google Calendar in Calendly, linking it. There's a call to action to book in with me directly.
That's wild.
We got a few more minutes. I just wanted to show folks what you can do to edit the template itself. So Jody may have asked this, I think. If you go into, edit. Oh, hang on. Oh man, it's so slow. So you can go into the back end here and you can look at your color themes. So if you want to add your logo, I'll just show you this because I've got the logo at the top of the page. But now what it's going to do, it's going to embed this logo in the page. So when I scroll down, see, can you see it there, guys?
Yeah.
It's got the eXp Realty logo. So that will continue to scroll down. Show you what that looks like in a moment. If you want to change your color fonts, you can change it all here and what fonts you want here and here, obviously. But yeah, you can fully customize your color palettes. Absolutely, Jody. No body color, background color. You know, you can choose it. Or you can just put in a code. So if I go matte pink color code, let's put in here color code of FF7CCE. There you go. Same thing. There you go. It's changed all the color now. So you can see pretty pinks, right? But yeah, you can edit anything color-wise. The top, this here, the background, the text, you can customize it to absolutely suit any way you see fit. But like I said, I like consistency. I've gone with matte colors as my point of difference, and all my templates pretty much look exactly the same. Whatever you do, please have your beautiful faces at the top of the page. So immediately upon anyone clicking on, they know who you are, where you're from, what you do. But that's the finished product, the version. If you critique it, the first one takes the longest, guys. You can see the eXp Realty logo now scrolling down the left-hand side there as well. That's an app. That is Gamma app, and the first one will take the longest, I promise you, but it gets easier after that. Once you build your first template, you can just copy, replicate, and just get AI to change the content in your template to suit whatever content you're putting out that week. So spend some time, a couple of hours out of your day, build your first template, then just mirror, replicate it, and just change the content in it on a weekly basis as to what your messaging is going out there.
What a
That's it from
session.
me, legends.
Well, thanks for that, Chris. That's definitely taught me a few things as well today. But I mean, the possibilities are just endless with that, isn't it? And I guess the other thing is that the faster that we jump on stuff like this as agents, the more that we've got an opportunity. Like with everything, you know, once you get onto Facebook advertising, then everyone gets onto Facebook advertising. So this is, I think, another space where the early adopters will really reap the rewards and benefits, and then you'll start seeing the same stuff kind of popping up from other agents. So I guess first in, best dressed.
That's it.
Two
And once
questions.
Oh.
Sorry, Tony, you go, mate.
Oh no, I was saying you're right. You're absolutely right. Everyone will start doing it the same, and so at that level, as market leaders, we then do it the next level and we change.
That's why we're going to be here, constantly bringing new stuff and evolving. And I guess, again, going back to what we were talking about, I'm just kind of thinking about the other places I've worked and how everything's so locked in. You know, like
Yeah.
you can't do the marketing, you can't do this, you can't do that. You have to go through these people, you have to pay this much money for this marketing to be done for you. You're waiting a week or so to get it all done, and it's just bloody frustrating when you've got an inspiration or a passion, or you've spoken to a client and you know what, that'd be a perfect idea for that, and then be able to put it all together. There's no administration fee of, you know, $550 a month, or, you know, a content creating fee as well, and you're off and running. I guess this is what Alpha State of Mind is, and the freedom that we have as agents to actually develop and brand ourselves.
Yeah. Bori's answered a few good questions in the group, but I'll just voice them. So Ren's the gun, the young pup gun, he's off the blocks flying, isn't he? Yeah, you need an active subscription to keep your unique URL for whatever page you create in play. So if you exit your subscription, you lose that content. Absolutely. Again, that's part of the hosting that you pay the 120 or 180 for the pro, 120 for the other one. But yeah, that's what it's there for. Clinton Barker asked about, you know, yeah, there was some discrepancies in the text about Hillbank not having a shopping center. Correct, it doesn't. So that's why I made reference. Absolutely. Just read over your text before you put out what you put out. Cool, Jody. I'm glad you like to see the color palettes and the choices you have there. Yes, I love jumping into there as well. And Arusia, great session. Thanks so much for joining us. So that wraps up this session. We're right on the hour. Marco, you're up next week. Give us a little bit of a teaser. What are we diving into next week, bro?
So basically next week, I'm going to probably start maybe a 1 or 2 training session content on basically what's your business like? What's going on? What's your business plan? What's your systems and processes? As they say, if you plan to fail or fail to plan, you plan to fail. So that's basically what I'm just getting right down to numbers, going exactly how many phone calls are you making a day? What is the percentage of your phone call to appraisal ratio? What is then your appraisal to listing ratio? Knowing your numbers, knowing exactly what's going on will then tell you exactly what's going to happen in 3 months, 6 months time. And not only that, then build on 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And I want to show you that firstly, very, very easily on an Excel spreadsheet, just going through tabs. And then probably the second session, then going into in-depth Trello boards and how that all kind of automates and interlocks within your own business itself. But I'm also, I don't want to go too much into fully revolutionizing your business, but I'm also adding, I guess, pieces of the puzzle into the business that you could potentially use, even the small parts of it, because I'm very much, you know, detailed, but you might take a few bits and pieces out of that Excel spreadsheet to help with your own business. But it's basically business planning and programming.
I love it, mate. I'm pumped for it.
Super keen for that.
He's got the lion's mane, everyone. So he is on fire, this chap. Yeah, I heard what he put in his protein shake this morning. So be prepared for next
Sauna
Friday's
every
session.
morning. We do three exercises. I actually got today. I got a score sleep, and if anyone has a Garmin, if anyone has a Garmin, you know how hard it is, and they really judge you hard. I got a 100 out of 100 for sleep score.
Bloody hell,
that's awesome, bro. That's awesome, mate. Health is important. Structure, well-being, you know, collaborating. This is all cool stuff.
Once you've got, you know, your discipline and your habits in place, and this is what I'm kind of working on right now, you can stop thinking. and just start going through your day with those habits and processes.
That's
Love it,
great.
mate. Pumped for next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's wrap up. That's on the hour. Legends, thanks for joining us on this week's The
Kings
Agents Weekly Blueprint
queens.
by the Alpha State of Mind. Yes, all our wonderful gentlemen and ladies, thanks for being part of us. As always, if you've got any questions, jump in the Alpha State of Mind group chat. We love hearing from you. Any questions, comments in there, and we'll share this content in there over the coming days as well. Get out there, win this weekend, and create many memories.